chocolate chip cookies because when I was like 6, my mom is the best baker, and actually my brother's best friend's mom is really good at making cookies. We call her the cookie queen, and she taught me how to make these when I was 6. So what you do first is you have to measure out all your ingredients, and actually with the brown sugar you have to press it, so you press it down instead of just getting a regular 3/4 cup. And you have to have 3/4 cup of sugar, regular granulated sugar, and a teaspoon of vanilla. And a cup of butter, which is 2 sticks, and you have to have it softened. So mine I just put out this morning, so it's kind of soft.
Sorry.
And then you mix these together. Usually I use like a electric beater, so it doesn't take as long.
While you're stirring, I have a question.
Yes.
Do you enjoy eating the cookie dough or the cookies better?
It depends on what day I'm making them. And a lot of the time I won't even get to making the cookies because my older brother loves cookie dough and he eats most of it when I'm not even looking.
How often do you cook cookies?
Not a lot. Sometimes when I need them for like a class, or if it's someone's birthday and I'm bringing something for them, it'll usually be chocolate chip cookies.
Oh, cool.
And once you get it all nice and mixed, like so, you put in 2 eggs, and I wrap them up in paper towels so they didn't break. Yeah. I'm not.
Whoa,
Wow. That's impressive.
that's
pretty
skill.
close.
That is,
Was that one-handed?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
you're my idol.
Thanks. Then you mix the eggs together. And then after that, you add 2 1/4 cups of flour with 1 teaspoon of salt. And when I'm doing a double recipe, I do 1 teaspoon of baking powder and 1 teaspoon of baking salt. But since I'm doing a single, I just do 1/2 teaspoon of baking powder and 1/2 teaspoon of salt, even though the recipe says that you're just supposed to do baking salt. It was one of the little tricks that I was taught, and you are supposed to mix the flour in gradually. the dough, you're supposed to preheat your oven to 375. And I use 2 cookie sheets, so then when one is in the oven, I can put cookies on the other one, so it'll just be ready and they get done faster.
How many cookies will this make, Bree?
Normally it makes about like 24 if you do small cookies. But those cookies I did really small just to like make an example, but when I make regular cookies I make them big, so it usually does about 16.
Do you like take them out before they're really done so they're like doughy and you can eat them with the milk?
Yeah.
Is chocolate chip your favorite kind of cookie?
Actually it's not. My favorite kind of cookie, which was also taught to me by the same lady, it's like oatmeal and butterscotch oatmeal. We call them oatmeal scotchies. And then you put in your chocolate chips, 2 cups of chocolate chips, and you can put in nuts, but I don't like nuts. So.
Are you gonna bake these cookies at some point today?
No.
So you're
We
just
get to eat all
gonna.
the
I have lunch right after this. I'm just going to take them home and put them in my fridge. I'll probably bake them later or something.
Let us eat them tomorrow. Oh, nice.
And then you get your cookie dough like this, and then you just take like balls. What I usually do is about this big, and you put it on your pan, and then you put it in the oven for about 12 minutes. It says 9 to 11, but since I make bigger cookies, it takes about 12 minutes for them to cook at 375.